So my brother and I were finally able to go to the new expansion of Harry Potter in Universal Orlando. Now myself as well as my brother and my husband, we have gone to the original Harry Potter that they built in Islands of Adventure. Now that they have the new one in Universal, this was definitely a surprise for us. Immediately when we entered Universal, we first went into other rides such as like Twister and E.T. and I had not been in those since I was probably really young. For some reason, every single time that I have gone to Universal over there, nothing works, especially Twister and especially E.T. I'm really surprised they kept that around. So we got those through our stomachs. We entered the world of Harry Potter. As you enter, you walk in through the walls and you are approached by Diagonally. It was so freaking amazing because everything looked like exactly as if you were walking through the scenes in the movie, or if you were, as you were reading the book, you can just visualize everything around you. So of course, the first Harry Potter that we ride is Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. And that ride was so amazing. It was so amazing that we went on it twice. First time that we went on it, we were sort of in the back, but you still experienced quite a lot of it. You're shaking around quite a lot. So I kind of went into these theme parks with a slight bit of a migraine. I've been having like all these sorts of head issues going on. So riding on these things were probably not the wisest decision, but I was not about to say no to these theme parks, say no to Harry Potter, because that was the whole point of my vacation, and it was so worth it. It was definitely worth it. The second time that we went on the ride, we were up in the front. It was actually close to closing time before they were like shutting down, and they were giving everybody the VIP treatment, which is everybody gets to ride in the front of the ride thingy, and you get to experience everything. And definitely, if you can, ask them if you can ride at the front. They'll maybe hold you for a little bit, but I think from my experience from the two rides that I went on, from the two sets, definitely the front is the best. Everything else in there was so magical, and of course my brother and I had to get the butterbeer, so we got the frozen and we got the liquid one. I have had the liquid one before and I really loved it. Everybody was telling me to try the frozen and I did not like it. I think I'm the only person in the world that actually does not like the frozen butterbeer. Chops in there are definitely magical. Every little detail that they have in there looked iconic to how the movie is, and it was beautiful and breathtaking. And of course, I went into the shops and I had to buy myself a Hufflepuff pillow because you can't leave there without something. So of course, the Hufflepuff pillow, and I adore it because I am indeed a Hufflepuff. This pillow actually wasn't too bad. I think I paid about like $30 for this pillow, and I was gonna get Howard a Ravenclaw, but I wasn't quite sure if he wanted it. Didn't get it, but you can actually order them online. So when we move, we will be buying the Ravenclaw and we will be putting them on a bed. It's kind of like a his and hers little cute thing, and it got like a cute little tassel too. So after our whole experience in Universal Harry Potter, we decided to take the Hogwarts Express, hop on over to Islands of Adventure. And of course, because we got like the boat pass, because you have to have like the 2 park pass in order to take the train, because they scan your tickets. That ride alone was awesome as well. I don't really want to give it too much away, and I wasn't allowed to film for some reason. It said like no filming, but you're in a room with like a bunch of other people sitting down on the train, so it was kind of weird to like film it all. So it's like one of those things that you definitely have to experience, but just waiting for the train and watching it actually go. It's not a real train, because I noticed on the tracks that it was like one of those like electronical. It smells and it feels so much like a regular classic train. I'm not too much of a expert on trains or what they're called, but you know how like those old classic trains that actually like you shovel coal, you know what I'm talking about. My train experts know. When you shovel coal and you get that smell of like fresh coal burning, and the train just looks amazing, and just the way it takes off and comes back, it was so cool. So the train stops, it drops you off in Islands of Adventure right in front of the entrance to Hogsmeade. And of course, I've seen it before, but it's just still so magical. It brings like tears to my eyes, and just like my little Harry Potter tingle senses go off, and it's so amazing to like walk through like years and years of just like reading the books and watching them and just experiencing it and taking it in with me, and just being there is just so magical. I love it. We went on almost all the rides there. I did not do like, it used to be the dueling dragons, but now it's like the dragon race. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but since doing the rides in all of Universal and then hopping over the islands, we weren't quite feeling too well, so I kind of suggested let's not do the dueling just in case it would make things worse, and a pretty wise decision. I think once I feel better, I would go back and ride it again, because those dueling dragons were so freaking awesome when I went on it the last time. So I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't go on it again, but everything else was beautiful. I loved it all. Everything was just, it's so amazing. I'm so happy and so excited that I got to go and experience both parks at the same time, because I was just like a giddy little girl. It was so exciting. If you have been to both theme parks, the one in California where I am and the one in Orlando where they have Harry Potter, if you compare between the both of them, the wait time was nothing in Orlando compared to the one in California. Overall, our wait time, it would say 15 minutes to ride one of the Harry Potter rides, and it actually took 5 minutes. You're spending more time just walking through the empty rows, lines, and everything than it is to actually like stand and wait. I don't think we waited more than 15 minutes ever for any of the rides. The one that was 15 minutes was the Hogwarts Express, only because the train takes a little bit longer to get back and forth because you have to load people and unload them. Other than that, there was like no wait for any lines throughout the entire both theme parks, which I was so surprised because I'm used to the one here in California waiting about 30 to 45 minutes for just one ride. So the fact that we didn't wait more than 5 minutes was so awesome, which is why we were able to ride every single ride, minus the ones with like the dueling dragons and things like that. So I wore a Harry Potter themed shirt. It had like this cute little weasel and owl, and it was like Gryffindor versus Slytherin, and you know, they were like dueling like their wands and they turned themselves into animals. That shirt was a hit. So excited that I chose. I had like a ton of Harry Potter shirts, but that one like stood out because it was red. Everywhere that I went, all the staff and employees were like, whoa, wait, we need to show this to everyone else. Look at her. I loved this shirt. It was so freaking amazing. It was so comfortable too. Yeah, Harry Potter at this Adventure Universal. I am just like so giddy. That just made my whole vacation, and I am so happy to have been able to go, and it didn't rain. I was so excited and happy overall. So if you guys get to have the chance to go, I highly recommend, highly, it's very expensive, but I definitely recommend to get 2 tickets, only because just in case something closes down, it happens. But to be able to go on the Hogwarts Express and hop on over to the other island back and forth, it makes your experience that much more exciting. It's so worth it. So definitely try and get 2 park tickets because you just gotta. Other than that, I heart you guys, and I will see you guys later. Bye!